Alright, welcome back to the Rising Empires League 2v2 tournament. And we've got Team 3D up against Genesis Gaming. So we've got Dark stepping in for Anatan for the first time in the series, with his teammate B, who's played every game so far. So B, green trunks, Chinese. Dark, blue trunks, Mongols. And their opponents today in this Play All 3 series, we've got Isanic and the Mongols on the red trunks. So two topside Mongols players on opposing teams. And we've also got for his teammate an English purple trunks Chrysaor. So an unchanged lineup here from Genesis Gaming. And yeah, 3D substituting Anatan with Dark. So I'll be eager to see how the series goes for our players. Dark and B both going for early fishing. Chrysaor also going for early fishing. But at the moment, Anatan hasn't yet started working towards it. He's gone. Yeah, here he is now. He's going to go for it. He's already gone for an Ovu, so that does eat up all the starting stone of the Mongols players. But even so, Isanic going to be slightly later than all the others and slightly later than he could have otherwise been, but may not be such a big deal in the long run. The player's actually trying to Gur scout here. So the beauty is, while it's packed up, it's technically a unit. You can use it to try and actually rally some sheep behind it. Help scout things out. So Chrysaor already harassing one of B's villagers here. B will have his scout heading in to drive him away. It's cool how the Chinese scout's got such a nice sword, whereas most of the other scouts have got like this little fucking butter knife thing. So B's already up to 4 fishing boats. Dark on 3. Isanic just about to get his first. And Chrysaor already up to 4 at the moment. This fisherman is going to be driven back to the town centre. Chrysaor's going to try and do as much damage to him as possible. Might seem pretty silly when you're this early on and you're not able to actually confirm the kill, but it might prove to be the difference later on when you start trying to raid with horsemen. Chrysaor actually trying to harass the dock now. He's going to go for another town centre here, it seems. Not a town centre, sorry, another dock here, it seems. Just be waiting on the wood. And he should be able to finish this before the Khan's able to kill the villager. In fact, I think he should be safe. But Isanic has actually opened with an early stables here, so he's brought the horseman over. He's going to be able to kill this villager before the dock finishes. Really nice timing there. Dark, in the meanwhile, is going for an early stables as well, so he's able to defend, but he is just slightly too late there. Both players trying to fight with double horseman and Khan. Isanic with a slightly quicker second batch of horsemen as well. So Dark having to back off momentarily once again. B's not worrying about sending another villager just yet. The dock It's for the most part a bait now. Sanic trying to take the fight now, but it looks like he's being slightly outdone in terms of micro there by Dark. In saying that, he does manage to kill Dark's Khan, which is sort of a gift and a curse really, because the Khan, you're obviously going to have him respawn again, unlike the Horseman who you would actually got to spend resources on, but at the same time the Khan is going to allow for attack speed or ranged attack speed or movement speed boosts to your units. So third arrow is what, armor, isn't it? Yeah, so armor is actually pretty useful in melee. Sanic now trying to focus down more villagers because B's had to commit another one to try and get that dock up, which he's now done. B H2. So he's still just going for more fishing for now. Chrysler hitting Feudal Age. Sanic's still got another villager there, so he can look at actually going for another dock pretty easily. And he's managed to interrupt Dark taking a dock there. So overall he's actually gotten 2 or 3 villager kills out of this. And Chrysler walling up, so things are looking pretty good for Genesis Gaming at the moment. But there's a number of docks here for Team 3D. We've got a fairly early Hulk here. A Springled ship. War Junk coming out, which is the Chinese equivalent. There's not a huge amount of warships out just yet. Our players settling into Age 2. And with this early Horseman from the 2 Mongol players, sort of slowed things down for everybody. So B's actually going to try and harass Isanic's fishing, because at the moment he hasn't got any warships out. The light junk is a little while away. And on top of that, the war junk is going to be much stronger than it. So Isanic's food eco taking a brief hit here. Just having to be careful with how he fights this. At the same time, he's doing a good job at shoving on the land here. He's still got a slight Horseman count advantage. Though Dark does now have a Khan and has got another pair of Horsemen there. B's just starting to get some warships as well. Neither he nor Chrysler really have started fighting yet. Isanic's having to be really careful with his ships here. We've got a king here for Chrysler, so he's actually gone for the Abbey of Kings. You can train a king, which is a bit like a knight, really. Except you can only have the one. I don't believe you can have multiple of these guys. They're essentially an English knight from Age 2 that also heals nearby enemies. I mean, nearby allies. Wouldn't be very useful if he was healing nearby enemies. A number of war junks coming out now, so these guys can be able to tear down fishing boats really quickly. Potentially tank demo ship explosions, but not that close. That was a nice hit there for Dark. That's trying to harass here with his king. It looks like he is going to get picked off. bunch of hulks taking the fight to the war junks. The players trying to micro those as best they can, because they can always bring them back and repair them with the villagers for resources, or even just let them heal for free in range of the docks. Now, Dark's pushing into Isanic, but there's a good count of the horsemen here for Isanic, so I think he should be able to clean this up. Yeah, it looks like it's a good fight for Isanic in the end. But he's struggling to fish safely here on the water, having to do a lot of shore fishing, while he masses a bit more of a navy. But meanwhile, it looks like Dark's going to help out B here, who's struggling slightly against Chrysaor. That's a really nice explosive junk, taking out two of the hulks there. And the explosive junks are like less than half the price of one of the hulks too. So Isanic going to support his teammate Chrysaor. Dark is not relenting here. He wants to try and take out one or two of these docks, and only half Isanic's cavalry was actually fighting there, so he didn't really get the fight he was looking for. So slowed down here on the water between the two teams. I'll be looking to push into Chrysaor's army. We've only got longbows at the moment, as well as another king. It's a nice hit from another explosive junk, taking out two more junks. Nice concave here from Team 3D, or Team Genesis Gaming. I'm going to retreat to the safety of the docks. And in the meanwhile, there's a big raid going on here by Dark. He's pushed into the base of Isanic. So Knockwood is interrupting a lot of economy while this is going on, and at the same time, Chrysaor's having difficulty trying to push outside the safety of his walls. Explosive boats there from Chrysaor, but they are singled out and destroyed by B, so that's some good navy control from him. Man, it looks like Isanic is starting to slowly repel Dark here, especially because he's got some spearmen in the mix now. But on the water, it's not looking so well for Genesis. Although that pair of explosive junks takes out 3 or 4 hulks there. I mean 3 or 4 war junks, so that's definitely worth it. Another war junk going down. So good use of the explosive junks there by Team Genesis. Team 3D definitely has the advantage on the water here. It looks like they're able to start cleaning up some of the docks with warships alone. Isanic managing to start pushing into Dark, but he's not quite able to finish off that villager there. And Chrysaor tapping out there. He hasn't got anything on the water, and GG. 3D takes the series 3-0.